What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today is electrical wiring day. As you can see, this is what I'm working with. Running all the power in and power out to the outlets and all the appliances. I have 6 breakers in this box and plan to add a 7th and 8th. But so far I have 6 wires run. These are for appliances and this is for outlets. And this is power in. So I'm doing 220 or 240 volts in and 110 or 120 volts out to all these individual things. So I'll go through kind of what I've found to be the best way to do this. I think from the factory, they put these indentions in the ceiling to do the same thing. So I bought this Airstream like this, gutted, so I could not, I don't know what was here originally, but I assume there was wiring here. And that seems to be the best place to put it and keep it all tied up. So I'm using zip ties and 1/4 inch self-tapping screws that are 3/4 of an inch long. So back here is where power will come in. And originally it uses that hose reel right there. So one is for a garden hose, water hose supply, and another one is for the electrical. And that's usually mounted right here. It's actually about 6 inches below the subfloor and protrudes through the floor. So I'll have to do that same thing with this new subfloor. Cut that out, mount that there. So power will come in through the bottom into that reel and then supply power to my inverter that's going to mount here with the batteries. That's going to go along here. So batteries will be on this side, about to here, and then my inverter will mount here. So it's going to be a 24 volt system running the inverter and then also hooked to shore power when that's available. So my shore power will come in through that area and into the inverter, and the inverter will automatically know whether to run off of solar power or if I'm hooked up to shore power. And either way, it'll run power into this 240 volt line. So that is 10-3 gauge wire that I'm running along the ceiling, and that'll go all the way up to the breaker box in the front. It seems like a little bit of back and forth, but that's really the best place to mount the box. Is right here. We're going to have a cabinet on this side, so the box will be in the cabinet, and a cabinet on this side. So the only wiring that I have yet to run is for the very front. I'm going to have an outlet on this side. You can see this box here. These are the outlet boxes I'm using. These are the only ones that will fit and come flush with the inside. It's the only ones I can find. I found them at Home Depot. I prefer a plastic box just to protect from any shorts or anything in the box, but these are used for industrial purposes all the time. So this is perfectly safe, and as long as I have a ground system properly installed, it should be plenty safe. So that'll be my 7th breaker, and then my 8th breaker will be for outside. I'm going to run a wire adjacent to these all the way across and down the wall here, and I'm going to put an exterior outlet. I'll make a plate. This is where the refrigerator used to vent. I'll make a plate there on the outside to mount an external electrical outlet. So that'll be my 8th breaker. Just keep that separate from everything. This is how I'm mounting all the electrical boxes. I'm having to modify the boxes. On this one you can see what I had to cut out to maintain my flush mount. So that box has been altered, modified a little bit, and I then drilled an 1/8 inch hole and used 1/8 inch rivets to rivet the box to the rib structure. And then I'm using these zip ties with the hardware that I mentioned previously. And I'm just leaving everything loose right now so that I could run all these wires and move everything around and adjust it as I need to, so that I have plenty of wiggle room. And then once I get all the outlets installed, all the electrical stuff done, all the wires run, I can tighten everything up. These are 2 outlets that I installed just for the example in the video. Tomorrow I'll install the rest of them. This is an under cabinet outlet, so it does not have the USB outlet ports that these have. That'll be above the counter space. This is going to be for the refrigerator and the microwave. So no need for a USB charging port there. This wire here is for the oven. Usually that just wire that straight to the oven, so there's no box there. This will be an outlet. So I have 4 outlets along this wall. That's the bedroom in there, so I'll have an outlet on either side of the bed. And then on this wall, there's just going to be the 1 outlet there. Since the shower's on this side, no need for power in there. So it is coming along. Tomorrow I'm going to start running the 12-volt system. We'll have a 12-volt panel that mounts here on the cabinet, and then that'll supply power to all the lights that'll be in the ceiling, and have fuses and switches. It's basically a universal switch panel for like a boat or RV or anything that runs 12-volt power. So I will catch you guys up tomorrow on running that 12-volt system and wrapping up this regular voltage 120 and 240 volt system. So don't forget to hit that bell, like, subscribe, share this video. I'd like to see you guys use this and hopefully spark a interest in doing this yourself. So I will catch you guys up tomorrow.